Thank you, everybody, for coming. This is a pop-up workshop with Sofia Comas-Phillips, who is the deputy director of the Passaic County One-Stop Career Center. And I first met Sofia when we received a grant at Wanacue for an access navigator, and her name is Tanai, and I contacted the One Stop Career Center because there's one right down the street from me. I pass it every day on my way to work, and I kept thinking, this looks like a good resource. We should probably know more about that. So finally, after 2.5 years of working here, I managed to set up a Zoom meeting with Sofia and also Elaine, who is a career counselor at the Wanacue office. And I was really impressed with everything they have to offer. We have a lot of overlap with the patrons we serve. We're trying to help them with job stuff. Passaic County One Stop and all county One Stops are a great resource for them. So this is just, Sofia is going to walk us through some of the things they offer, and then we can talk about some of the ways that we might be able to help them. Okay, thanks.
Hi, like Mary said, my name is Sofia Comas-Phillips. I'm the deputy director here at the Passaic County One Stop. And it's interesting enough, the reason why this came across my desk is because I live in Wanacue. I've lived there for about 26 years, but I work in the Patterson office. Elaine Salerno, who is one of my colleagues, she's the career counselor. She's located in our Haskell office. The Haskell office is a little bit different than the Patterson office. The Patterson office is the main office where we have several state agencies. So we have unemployment, employment services, as well as DVRS. Department of Vocational Rehabilitation Services is here in the Patterson office. In the Haskell office, it's more of county services. So Elaine is the liaison to the Patterson office and all the state agencies that we have here. But in the Haskell office is the county clerk's office, as well as the Board of Social Services, which is for individuals who need welfare. So that's the difference between the two offices. But when it came across the desk, anything that comes from Upper County always comes to me because they know that my passion is to make sure that we have services up in the Ringwood, Pompton Lakes, West Milford area, because I know it's just so hard for individuals up there to get resources. So a couple of things I'm going to talk to you about is we have right now, the majority of our services are virtual. Our building we're part of Passaic County Community College, but we are also part of the state. So our building is still currently closed to the public. We are only seeing people by appointment only. So we have learned to adapt to this new virtual world. So one of the things that we have done is made a lot of our things virtually for individuals. So one of the things I'm going to show you first is our YouTube channel. So our YouTube channel here has a lot of resources and a lot of our workshops that we offer virtually. We also have them here online. But one of the things that I want to show you first is an informational video on the One Stop so you can get kind of an idea. So I'm going to play it now.
Hello and welcome to the Passaic County One Stop Career Center's remote and virtual resources. What can the Passaic County One Stop do for you? Are you interested in school or training? You can review our online welcome session to explore your possibilities. You may be eligible for training opportunities that can provide you with skills to obtain employment in in-demand occupations. The welcome session provides information on how to access career training possibilities, plan a strategy, research training options, and create a career plan. You can connect with a certified career counselor to assess that your skills and abilities are on track, and you are able to begin the process to provide you with training opportunities. We can connect you with a career coach or veterans representative for individual job search assistance. You can attend online workshops that can enhance your job seeking skills and participate in job interviews during our virtual recruiting events. You will be able to utilize supportive and literacy services. You can also connect with a career coach who can review your skills and create an individualized employment plan. provide strong job leads, review and revise resumes and cover letters, and refer you to partners for additional career enhancement services. You can connect with a veterans representative who can provide work search assistance and specific guidance to veterans with various barriers to employment, including referrals for supportive services. If you are unsure of your next move, counselors can evaluate your basic skills level and provide services that may assist you in the challenges of training that will empower you for success. Interest and ability evaluations are available to assist in finding the right career path for you. Our workforce learning link and literacy volunteers can help boost your basic skills levels that can lead you to career opportunities. You can participate in our Jersey Job Club workshops, which can help you improve your resume, interviewing, and networking skills, as well as techniques that can help you overcome barriers such as employment gaps and outdated skills. You can connect with the Division of Vocational Rehabilitation Services. A counselor will help determine if you have a physical, mental, cognitive, or other form of disability, which results in a substantial impediment to employment. DVRS can help obtain and maintain a job that's in line with strengths, interests, and abilities. Also available is the Youth Department, where counselors supply support to at-risk, out-of-school youth between 16 and 24 years of age. Participants are assessed and referred to varied educational opportunities, job trainings, and supportive services to help them overcome the obstacles preventing them from completing high school. If you are a mature worker looking to return to the workforce through an Earn While You Learn program, the Workforce 55 and Over program may just be right for you. This program partners with community-based nonprofit organizations and government agencies to provide participants with training to further develop their skills. Connect with our business representatives and veteran business representatives for help with planning and promoting targeted recruitment events where you can meet virtually with pre-screened applicants. Our targeted recruitment services can save you time and money finding qualified workers, and experienced business services representatives will manage your account and serve as your single point of contact. Remember, the One Stop is the one spot for all your virtual job search
So that is just a little information on what our One Stop does. So we service youth, adults, mature workers. We have ESL classes here. We have adult basic learning classes here. We also work with the Title II programs in Patterson, where we can refer individuals who need just a little bit more instruction to those programs as well. Any questions so far?
I have one. The ESL and adult basic learning classes, are they also available virtual?
Yes, they are virtual now. They're
Okay.
not in person. So
Yes.
both are virtual. So the individuals who come to those classes, there's a requirement as to how many hours. So it's about 25 hours per week that they have to attend. It's virtual. For the adult basic ed, we use Aztec, an Aztec program, which is given to us by the state. And for ESL, ESL is a little bit more, we have actually daily classes with those, as well as we use Rosetta Stone.
And so how do the people, if the people don't have access to being online at home, is that something that we could set up for them at the library?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely. Most definitely. We try to, so being in Patterson, we know that not everyone has the access to technology. So what we do is we make provisions. And we also have individuals who don't like using computers. We have individuals who aren't comfortable or at a stage in their life that they never depended on technology like that. So if that's the case, we do have options as to give written work with the instructors, and it's all on a case-by-case basis.
Okay, thanks.
Mhm. Elaine, do you have anything to add, or? You're on mute.
You've covered everything, Sophia. As you say, I'm in Wanacue, and if people are in this neighborhood who can't get down to Patterson, they can make an appointment with me and we can discuss what their needs are, or they could bring whatever information they have and need to go forward with a training grant or other types of services, resumes, and that.
I'll give you two scenarios. An individual who had been working for a company for, I don't know, 10 years, they've been laid off, they're on unemployment. We'll get the referral from unemployment, we'll contact them. We'll have them fill out our initial assessment form. They'll fill out the assessment form online. Within 48 hours, they will get an appointment to speak to a counselor. The counselor will speak with them and ask them different various questions as to, what are your hopes? What do you want to do? And let's just say they pick that they want to be a computer network. Computer networking is the field that they want to go into. They used to be a sous chef, but now they want to do this. So we will give them all the resources to get to that goal. The first step would be that they would have to watch our welcome session. Once they watch our welcome session, then they start getting the information that we need. Because this is a federally funded program, you have to show proof of birth, proof of address, income, all of those things. Then they're set up to take an assessment test, the CASAS test, which is this test from the state that is approved for us to give. They could either take the CASAS test virtually through Zoom, and what we do is we give them access to our computer. It's just like now I shared my screen, and then we give them the remote control of the screen and they take the test, or they can come in person. That is an appointment that we can make for them to come in person to take the test on our machines. Once we get their scores, then it kind of dictates what the next steps are. For example, if you want to go into computer networking, you need a 12th grade level. If they don't have that, then we would put them into the adult basic ed class so that they can get their grade level up to retake the test to get that. Once they get the scores that they need, then the next step is choosing a school, going on the eligible list of training providers to find a school with the in-demand occupation. Once we do that, then we go into the enrollment process. We pay up to $6,000 for them to attend the training for free. If it costs more than $6,000, then they can go through financial aid and they can go through several grants to see if they can get the tuition covered. So that's one scenario. Here's another scenario. I had a young lady from Wanacue who dropped out of Lakeland. She was 20 some odd years old. She already had 3 children and she needed to get her high school diploma. We put her in our high school equivalency program, which is located at the PCC campus in Wanacue. She went there for a year. She got her high set. Her next step was she wanted to go into the medical field. She got accepted into PCC, the Passaic, the Patterson location. She got accepted. She went into the Certified Medical Assistant Training Program. That is an $8,000 course. We paid up to $6,000. Her financial aid paid the rest. Now she's going to school for free, and when she's done, she'll be a certified medical assistant. So those are 2 different scenarios that I wanted to just share with you as to how we help individuals here.
Mm-hmm.
And Elaine is our Upper County counselor. So she's been working very well with Mary, and that she had a client who needed to take the CASAS test, but didn't feel comfortable coming to Patterson to take it in person. And Mary was able to loan him a computer at the library, and he took the test at the library. So that was actually very helpful, because we understand he might not have had the transportation to get down here, or if he had a ride, because it is about a 3.5 to 4 hour test. So that's one of the ways that the library in Wanacue has been helping us with our residents in Upper County. Any questions so far?
I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. People have been coming to Ringwood. I've been I've been here for about 6 years, and in the past, I've just I would listen to them and say, you know what, and suggest the One Stop Career Center. Since the pandemic, though, I've been apprehensive. I've been telling them I think that you can only call them now. I don't send anybody to knock on your door anymore. Is that
Well,
right?
Well, I'll show you. So this is the next thing I want to show you. Our website. Let me just get it up. So if they do knock on the door, we tried not to turn anyone away. Like I said, Elaine is in the Wanacue office. If anybody ever goes there to find out information, I'm sure they'll get her and she can speak with them. But here is our website. And our website explains everything that I spoke about. When we have an individual who's interested in our services, so if you get an individual at your library who's interested in our services, you can send them to our website. And at the bottom of the homepage, it says, if you're interested in training or services, please fill out the initial assessment form. Once you click on it, it'll take you here. You click on it again, and this is our initial assessment form. All they have to do is fill out this form and it gets sent straight to one of our admin clerks, and they are called within 24 to 48 hours for an appointment. If they call us, we're going to tell them to do the same thing if they're interested in services. So this is the best resource you can give them as far as trying to get services from us, because then a counselor will call them immediately. Does that kind of answer your question?
Yeah.
I mean, you can call where, and when they call us, we'll explain all the services. We'll take their initial intake and someone will call them, but they have to fill out that application.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. It's just that I kind of know people, if they come to me, they're looking for personal, they're looking for hand holding.
Yeah, they can definitely call us. The person who answers our phone will make sure that they get all the information. We'll make sure they get to where they need to get to, and they'll walk them through the application as well. They'll walk them through everything. They'll give them their name, their telephone number, and say, if you have any issues, please call us back.
Yeah.
Sophia, if we have a person who's a job seeker who may not be good at computers, would it be possible for us to print out the assessment form for them to fill out and then fax it to you?
You can do that. That's fine as well. That's fine as well. Or you can fill it out and then maybe scan it and email it. You could do that as well.
Yeah.
You could do that as well. You can fill it out, scan it, and email it.
Because I know, I think what might be.
Yeah, the online application, everything is fillable. It takes you from one box to another. And even if you don't fill everything out and just have the main information, someone will call you to get the rest of the information to get filled in.
Mhm.
That is our initial assessment application from the state that needs to be filled out for anyone who's interested in services. But yeah, we know it's a little much. Trust me, I have 17-year-olds that have to come in and fill out that form. Talk about hand-holding, we have to go line by line.
But one
So
of the things that I discovered when we had our first meeting, Sophia, is that, yeah, you have to fill out that intake form to get personalized services, but you also have this Metrix Learning database resource that can help people improve their skills, and they don't need to have an assessment to access that.
Correct. So we always had, and now the state has picked it up as an initiative as well. It's called Skill Up Metrix Learning. And on our website, it's actually right here in the top bar, right here where it says Metrix Learning. And it talks about how there's over 5,000 e-learning courses from business to desktop to information technology to healthcare. So here's an example. We had an individual who used to be a CDL driver and he wanted to be a bookkeeper. So we said, you really want to be a bookkeeper? We actually gave him access to the Metrix Learning and had him take the bookkeeping course. And he actually turned around and said, no, I don't want to do that anymore. That's not what I want to do. Well, we, as an agency ourselves, we all take it as well, because there's courses like how to write a professional email, how to deal with difficult customers, how to use the correct spelling. You can, whatever you think about a course, they have it there. And this is free to anyone in every county, but the link that's on ours is for the Passaic County residents. But even if someone from Bergen hits that link, they will still be registered. So it's free, you register, and you can register for as many courses as you want. On our YouTube channel as well, we actually have,
Passaic County One-Stop
sorry,
Career Center
another
is
video.
your-
We actually have a Metrix Learning video on here. So you can actually, maybe at a later time, you can actually come on and look at the Metrix Learning. It's right here. The Metrix Learning video. It's about 12 minutes long, and one of our instructors, Michael Odom, he actually goes through the entire Metrix system and navigates it to show users how to use it. We also have every Friday at 9:30 a Metrix Skill Up presentation through our Jersey Job Club workshops. And what I can do is I can send Mary our May calendar. And you can send it out if you would like. The only thing is, if an individual wants to take one of these workshops, they have to be registered with us. So when they call and they say, I'm interested in registering, they'll be asked a series of questions like their address, their name, things like that, so that we can put them in our database. And I'll just show you really quick. I don't know if I have it on this computer, the calendar, but when I stop sharing, I'll look for the calendar and I'll put it back up. I don't want you to see all the mess on my computer.
Yeah, you can email it to me and I'll send it out as part of the follow-up email.
So if you're interested in, if you have any clients that are interested in Metrix Learning, again, you could just go to our website. The banner is up at the top on every single page, and they can come here and they can sign up for Metrix Learning. And, they have this online virtual resource for computer training. Any questions?
It's also a good way for a person to see if that's the kind of training they want to do before going into a whole program. As you said about this person who thought he wanted to be a bookkeeper and said, no, I don't want to do that. So
Yeah.
that eliminates a lot of time.
Actually, I was thinking about logging in and taking the bookkeeper course because I would like to get better. I sort of know the seat of the pants bookkeeping thing, but it would be nice to have an actual professional framework.
Mhm.
So does anybody have any questions for Sophia or Elaine?
I do have a question about the video that you showed us right in the beginning. About a third way through, there was a screenshot of a county office, I would think.
Yeah, that's us.
Okay, there's a young man sitting behind the desk. Do we know that Passaic was spelled wrong?
Oh, I didn't see it.
Right on his desk, real huge. It said Passaic instead of Passaic. I was like, oh my gosh, where is that? I'm sorry.
Trust
It's
a
okay.
reference librarian.
Good catch.
Just to show you, this will be the calendar that you'll be getting from Mary. This is what our workshop calendar looks like. So, this is for May. So, we also do, for individuals, you'll see on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we do math boot camp. On those days, that is for individuals who have taken the CASAS test and have a great reading score, but their math score is low. And sometimes that's attributed to individuals who haven't been in school in 10, 15 years. So we give a quick 2-week refresher course on math and math concepts for individuals who need to take the CASAS test.
And so just to clarify, everything that's on that calendar is virtual right
Yes,
now.
everything is virtual.
Okay.
Mhm,
So that's great because it really does erase the transportation barrier
mhm,
of having to need to get to Patterson.
mhm. Because before the pandemic, everything was in person. You had to come here to do everything.
Right.
And just to let you know, the unemployment office is open currently, but it's by appointment only, and only they can make an appointment for you. You cannot call to make an appointment. They will can't. So just to let you know, because a lot of people have been seeing all of our closed signs are down and they see people walking in the building, and that's what it is.
Okay. So yeah, I hope that the rest of you have found this as useful as I did. When I discovered what was going on just down the street, especially now that the services are virtual, these are resources that we can give to our patrons who need more than we can provide in just a reference interview when we're also trying to handle all of our other duties. So please reach out to Sophia. She's put her chat information into the chat, or you can contact me or Elaine. And if your library is interested in helping out, for instance, we just have a laptop downstairs and we don't use it all the time. And it's in our conference room. So I said to Elaine, look, if you have somebody who needs to take a test, have them come over here and we'll set them up on the Zoom and then we'll just leave them alone and they take the test. So that's one of the ways we can really help the One Stop Career Center out, because and we can help our patrons out because they might not have the technology at home. So everybody else is pretty quiet. Are there any other questions?
I actually do have a couple questions.
Okay, Nick.
So the first question I have is there a limit to who the one-stop centers serve? Because I know you have like youth, adult, there's 55 plus. Aside from people who aren't actually in the workforce, who's not part of your target audience?
We serve individuals who are currently receiving public assistance. We serve individuals who are on unemployment. There is an income guideline that has to be followed. So if there is an individual whose income is too high, that can bar them from services. But we've never really had that issue. As long as they have a barrier to employment, we service them. Are you thinking of any particular population?
No, I just kind of wanted to know what the limit was in that
So
sense.
it's basically 16 and above.
Okay.
Because that's where we start servicing our youth. Our youth are 16 and over. So it's 16 and above.
And so Nick, just for a reminder, you don't have to qualify for service in order to access that Metrix Learning. So if you've
Right.
got somebody who, is a 40-year-old executive in bookkeeping and decides they want to try being a CD&L driver, they don't have to qualify for services. They can go on that. We can point them towards that Metrix site and say, why don't you take a class on it and see what you think?
As well as our workshops too. You don't need to be enrolled in our services to take the workshops. You can just call and say, I'd like to take this workshop. And they'll enroll you. Like, again, we do have our own database, so we have to show who's, who we're giving the services to. So they will be asked questions, to fill out basic intake form.
I don't know about the
Okay.
rest of you, but I did not know that people can get ESL service through the One Stop Career Center. So we get
Mhm.
questions about that all the time. So I'm going to definitely start referring people to you for that, and GED stuff. And even people who say to me, I really don't feel like my math skills are up to par.
Mhm.
So, in the past I'd be like, well, here's an algebra book, but now I can just say, oh, let me connect you with the
Mhm.
One Stop Career Center. Anything else, Nick?
Yeah, so one of the other things I saw was that there's a digital literacy that you'd mentioned as part of your services. Can you go a
Adult
little bit
basic
more into?
education.
It's just adult basic education. So this isn't like focusing on developing digital skills.
Well, that can be,
specifically?
that can be done, I mean, for digital literacy, that could be done through our Metrix program. They have several courses that that specifically talk about digital literacy. All of our services now are virtual. We have adult basic education, which is done virtually.
Okay, so, but prior to the pandemic, did you have any in-person courses teaching digital literacy, like setting up an email account?
Yes, we did.
Printing yourself?
Yes. Yes, we did. That was done through our Jersey Job Club, but we don't, I mean, we're not offering that service anymore. But that's going through Metrix.
Okay. And do you use NJCan?
Yes.
What's NJ
Great.
Can?
That's well, I'm probably not the person to talk about this. Sorry.
It's okay, go for
We
it.
didn't talk about that. No, it's just something I learned of recently. It's the Career Assistance Navigator to help identify career paths, correct?
I'm actually bringing it up for everybody so that they can see it.
Cool.
Okay, I'll share my screen. So here it is. It's the NJ Can. You can set up your own account, and it's just like he said, it's a career assistance, and it's done through DOL. Our career counselors use it. Once they have an individual who's ready to talk about their career plan, this is one of the tools that they use.
Well, that's
We
terrific. I'm
also
gonna add
use
that to our-
ONET. We also use ONET as well. I mean, Elaine can speak on that because she's a career counselor.
I'll be talking to you, Elaine.
Okay.
So thank you, Elaine and Sophia, for this introduction to the One Stop Career Center. I'm going to, there will be a recording sent out. If anybody else has any questions, now would be your time to chime in. If once we leave the session, you come up with a burning question, you can either email me or attend the repeat session at 2 p.m. So thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you, Sophia and Elaine, and I will see you two again at 2.
No problem. It was nice
Okay.
meeting everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Yes, me.
Bye.
All right, thanks, Mary.